President said in his executive order in the first week that it's the policy of his administration to support the responsible growth and use of digital assets, blockchain technology, and related technologies across all sectors of the economy. And he established an executive branch working group for digital assets, which includes Secretary Besson at Treasury, Secretary Noem, soon-to-be confirmed Attorney General Bondi, Secretary Lutnick at Commerce, and all the other key administration officials that have an equity in crypto.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that was David Sachs, a portion of his proposal as the lead for the AI and crypto advisor for the Trump administration. Yeah, as many of you have heard, well, including myself, I think a lot of us, to be honest, had high hopes that we'd hear some juicy details as to what it was they were going to do, maybe either with the reserve or with the sovereign wealth fund, but we didn't. This was a pretty standard getting prepared, we're on our way to make a lot of changes speech. But look here, Lydia Moynihan, she's a New York Post financial correspondent, and wow, what a great follow on X. She covers Washington, D.C., Wall Street, and the Silicon Valley. Her content is very good. Now, in the last 24 hours, she has published a big piece in the Post with some very good inside scoop. Her title, Everyone in Crypto is Begging for a Spot on Trump's New Advisory Council. It's the hottest ticket. Kraken's former general counsel, Marco Santori, along with Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse, are on the short list. And this is for the group's 24 seats. Circle's Jeremy Allaire, Coinbase Brian Armstrong, and Crypto.com's Chris Marszalek, they're also contenders. The priority will be based on real experience, not just support for the administration. And as you see, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple Labs, is expected to nab a spot on the board, sources told her. Do I think that Brad Garlinghouse will stay in his CEO position? Yeah, he surely will. I certainly hope so, at least. Will definitely benefit as an XRP holder because there will be some representation, and yeah, I wish him all the best. Some troubling news today, and that is that the XRP ledger actually paused or shut down this time for more than an hour. Some people are trying to spin this as a positive to show off on how the ledger is performing the way it is designed to do. And yes, that is great. The fact that when it does have a problem coming to consensus, it does pause or it will stop. But this is not a performance that the institutional investors would be thrilled to see. And I don't take this positive at all, especially before we know exactly what is causing it. David Schwartz weighed in and said that the network is now recovering, and they don't know exactly what caused the issue yet. So when you don't know what's causing the issue, I can't understand why people will say this is a positive occurrence. So super preliminary observations, it looks like that the consensus was running, but the validations were not being published, causing the network to drift apart. Validator operators manually intervened to choose a sane starting point after the last ledger that anyone could have seen as fully validated, and begin publishing validations from there. That's a good thing. And this can be done without coordination, and it's always better to get second and third opinions, he went on to say. Furthermore, once servers started seeing a few validations from a few sources, they were able to build enough consensus to pull off the network over to a coordinated ledger stream after the ledger and network managed to validate. So this is all preliminary and might turn out to be wrong, as he finished the first post in this thread. And so really it's too early to determine what it is they're going to do, what it is we're dealing with. So it's just one of those situations that has to be monitored. Throughout the day, I monitored the ledger and it seemed to be humming right along as you see it's doing right now, getting a full 35 out of the 35 UNLs to vote on consensus. And it is just working like a heartbeat. It's looking very beautiful, but yes, I just don't feel comfortable with not knowing what caused that stoppage. And I'm sure that there's lots of people working on it. And I don't really have anything else to say except that I don't think we should try to gloss this over with spinning it into a positive, because it's not a positive. As you see, the market is mixed. Yes, it looks a little mixed, going on the wrong side of red, I'm afraid. We're off about 1.25%. Bitcoin is still very high in its dominance, sitting at over 60%. And it's just crazy, you know. This space just doesn't surprise me at all. Take a look at what is leading at the time of this recording in the top 100 in the last 24 hours. That would be the official Trump coin at $19, up 6.9%, followed by Dog with Hat, and that's at a 4.19% gain, and then Shiba Inu, and followed by the official Melania meme coin. Wow. For a space that takes itself so serious, I just can't help but crack a smile, because we are definitely still in the season of memes. I'm going to let David Sachs take you out on just another minute or two on his presentation. And until next time, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
And similarly, the SEC has set up a crypto task force led by Hester Peirce, which is also looking at this issue. And together, our objective is to accomplish the task the President assigned for us in his EO, which is to propose a federal regulatory framework governing the issuance and operation of digital assets, including stablecoins, in the United States. I've talked to many founders over the past few years, and they've told me repeatedly that the number one thing they need from Washington is regulatory clarity. They just want to know what the rules of the road are so they can abide by them. We're coming off, frankly, 4 years of arbitrary prosecution and persecution of crypto companies where the SEC wouldn't tell founders what the rules were, but then they would prosecute them. And many founders have even told me stories of being debanked personally just because they had founded a crypto company. All of this, this approach was driving this important technology of the future offshore, and we want to keep that innovation onshore in the US. Financial assets are destined to become digital, just like every analog industry has become digital, and we want that value creation to happen in the United States rather than giving it away to other countries. This will also, I should add, be much better for consumer protection because it's easier for regulators to supervise an activity when it's onshore. And it's probably not a coincidence that the single biggest fraud in the history of crypto, which was FTX, was based in the Bahamas. By moving the innovation onshore, it'll be easier to separate out the good actors from the bad actors. And we want to encourage the good actors, the innovators, while protecting the market from the bad actors. And I think a market structure legislation with clear definitions and fair rules will do that. I want to say additionally, we're excited about working with both the House and Senate on stablecoin legislation. I know Senator Hagerty introduced a bill today. This stablecoins really have the potential to ensure American dollar dominance internationally, to increase the usage of the U.S. dollar digitally as the world's reserve currency, and in the process create potentially trillions of dollars of demand for U.S. treasuries, which could lower long-term interest rates. So let me stop there, and I want to thank the chairman here today, Chairman Scott, Chairman Hill, Chairman Bozeman, Chairman Thompson, and I look forward to working with them as part of the administration to help turn President Trump's policy into reality. This was a week one priority for the administration, and we're excited that our counterparts in Congress are equally committed to ensuring American dominance in digital assets. I look forward to working with each of you. And with that, I want to say work with each of you in creating a golden age in digital assets. And with that, I'll turn it over to Chairman Scott. Thank you.